For these deeply feeling kids, their vulnerability sits so close to their shame that one cannot get activated without the other. So when these kids are upset, when these kids are disappointed that they're not reading or weren't invited, or right, they immediately feel shame, which actually makes an emotion feel like an attacker. They feel like attacked by their feelings. So if you have a kid where you're like, yeah, whenever they're upset, they like literally try to like scratch me, and like they can trip and be embarrassed, but all of a sudden they're screaming at me and saying I tripped them, even though I was literally on the other side of the soccer field. I have one of those kids too. And then when you try to say to them like, oh, that was embarrassing, they're like, I hate you. And you're like, what just happened? I'm just trying to help you, right? It's because the shame is so intense. They truly deeply fear being too much, and they fear they're going to overwhelm you, which almost makes that cycle a little more self-fulfilling. And so these kids, I say, they reject front door strategies. It's like if they're in their house when they're upset and you're like, hey, I'm here to help, they slam the door in your face. But what's often happening with these kids is then they slam the door and we say back to these kids like, you're so dramatic, or I was just trying to help. And then in their house, they're kind of alone, which we know now is the problem. And they just kind of say to themselves, see, like I really am as toxic and bad and poisonous as I worried I was.